So friends, welcome to the German language program of the GENITIV Academy. Today we are going to do genitive. We have already discussed in detail about nominative, accusative and dative. Genitive is relatively a very simple topic. It is very easy to identify a genitive, because genitive always gives the answer to the question whose. Whose book is that? Whose car is that? Whose friend is that? So the answer to this is genitive. Whose is only for persons, but for things also you can say something else. The legs of the table, or the legs of the chair, or the rooms of my flat. So the sense something belongs to somebody or something, that is genitive. Look at these 4 words: der Freund, das Kind, die Frau, die Freunde. Masculine, neutral, feminine and a plural noun. Der Freund is masculine. The genitive of der Freund is des Freundes. The genitive of das Kind is des Kindes. The genitive of die Frau is der Frau. And the genitive of die Freunde is der Freunde. So, what you have to keep in mind is the masculine der, it becomes des, and after the noun it is a es. So des plus es is a formula to make a normal masculine noun. There is the same case with a normal neutral noun also. Das Kind will become des Kindes. Das Spielzeug des Kindes, toy of the child. Das Auto des Freundes, the car of the friend. The same thing applies to possessive pronouns also. If you want to say the car of my friend, das Auto meines Freundes. The toy of the child, das Spielzeug des Kindes. So the formula is des plus es at the end of the noun. But when it comes to feminine, die Frau, the genitive is der Frau. Remember, there at the beginning of the language you have learned it as the masculine definite singular article. Der Tisch, der Mann, der Stuhl, etc. But this there is different from that there. This there is the genitive of the feminine die. You have to understand it very clearly. Similarly, die Freunde, the friends, that is a plural, it becomes der Freund, of the friends. So for feminine and plural, whether it be masculine or neutral or feminine, the article changes. There are no endings at the end of the noun. Frau remains Frau. Freund remains Freund. You don't have to add anything after that. But in masculine, der Freund, it becomes des, then one more es. Das Kind, it becomes des Kindes. Now, you have to learn something more, because the question always arises, is it des plus s or des plus es? There is a clear-cut rule regarding this. Take the noun man, for example. Man. The emphasis is only on m, man. Or you hear it only, the emphasis you hear only once, man. House, Freund. The emphasis you hear only once. Such words are known as einsilbige Wörter. Words having only one syllable, that is monosyllable. Monosyllable words take des plus es. So man becomes mannes, des mannes. House, genitive will be des Hauses. For Freund, it will be des Freundes. Now, the word Kaufmann, businessman. If you pronounce it, it is Kaufmann. Kaufmann. You hear the emphasis twice. Kaufmann. So it is known as a two-syllable word. Or Briefträger. Briefträger. Twice. That is also a two-syllable word. And for two-syllable words, the genitive will be des and only s at the end of the noun. So it is not des Kaufmannes, it is des Kaufmanns. Briefträger, des Briefträgers. Now we come to the question, wessen Buch ist das? Whose book is that? Answer is, das ist das Buch des Kindes. That is a book of the child. So what do we learn from here? Any question with wessen, in the answer there has to be a genitive case. Now in the spoken language, in the spoken German language, they do not use this genitive quite often. In spoken language, they try to express the same sense. By sense I mean the sense of a belonging with the help of the dative pronoun von. That is von mit dative instead of the genitive. Look at the sentence. Herr Müller ist ein Freund von Karl. Mr. Müller is a friend of Karl. You can also say that Herr Müller ist Karl's Freund, using direct genitive. But that's not there in the spoken language. Many people will not use this genitive in the spoken German. Another sentence, das Haus von Herrn Müller ist schön. The house of Mr. Müller is beautiful. Das sind die Hausaufgaben von Schülern. These are the homeworks of the pupils, of the students. So in such case, that also you should remember. If you want to express a sense of some belonging, whose is that? You don't have to use direct dative, direct genitive. You can also express it with the help of fon and that particular noun. Direct genitive is in the written language, and fon and dative is in the spoken language. Now, if you remember, we have talked about the Zeit and Gaben in the accusative case. Here in genitive also we have the same thing. When there are Zeit and Gaben in genitive, some strange things are happening. Look at the examples. Eines Tages komme ich zu dir. In English it is one day I will come to you. But in German you cannot say ein Tag komme ich zu dir. You have to use genitive. Why? It's like that. No explanation. So eines Tages komme ich zu dir. Similarly, eines Abends gingen wir ins Kino. And very, very strange, even though the article of Nacht is die, it is a feminine noun. It is taking the characteristic of a masculine noun or a neutral noun. Example, eines Nachts hörte ich einen großen Lärm. One night I heard a big noise. So you might wonder that this is a printing mistake or something like that, because Nacht is feminine. How can it be eines and Nachts, the characteristics of masculine or neutral noun? But the German language, as we have seen many times, it is full of exceptions, shrouded sometimes even in mystery. So it is not einer Nacht. Please remember, it is eines Nachts höre ich einen großen Lärm. Now, if you are referring to some Personennamen, personal names, which are ending in S or scharfes S or Z or X, genitive is built, that is also in a peculiar way. Anna Segers is the name of a very famous German author. It is a she, it is a woman. So Anna Segers, then after the name you just put an apostrophe. Anna Segers Roman. Or I'm sure you have heard the name of Karl Marx. It is not Karl Marx and S, Karl Marx apostrophe, Karl Marx brief. But when you read it, Karl Marx, that S should be somewhere audible, or Anna Segers Roman. But even that is such expressions you can see only in the written language. Normally in the spoken language, this, instead of using this direct genitive, as we explain later, they try to express it with the help of von. The Romane von Anna Segers, the Briefe von Karl Marx. Instead of direct dative, we are expressing the same thing, the same meaning is conveyed, but with the help of the dative preposition von. Now look at this sentence. Herr Müller gibt seinem Sohn die Uhr seines Vaters. Now I have tried to combine all the nominative, accusative, dative and genitive here. Mr. Müller gives to his son the watch of his father. That is the father of Mr. Müller. Look at the sentence. Herr Müller gibt seinem Sohn die Uhr seines Vaters. Who gives? Wer gibt? Nominative, Herr Müller. Wem gibt er seinem Sohn? Dative, position number 1. Was gibt er? What does he give? Die Uhr, accusative, after the dative noun, and then comes the genitive, whose watch? Seines Vaters. So with that, we are coming to the end of all the cases in the German language. Now I am giving you a small puzzle. Think it over, and if you get the answer, let me know. Dort steht ein Mann. A man is standing there. Der Vater dieses Mannes ist der Sohn meines Vaters. The father of this man is the son of my father. Mein Vater hat nur einen Sohn. My father has only one son. Where is dieser Mann? Who is this man? It's a small puzzle, and it's also a good exercise for your nominative, accusative and genitive. Think it over and try to find the solution for this small puzzle. Lot of luck. Thank you.